Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, out there on Facebook or YouTube. And in Nelson, BC, it's been a kind of a rainy couple of days and damp and cool, but it's still springtime, and we saw the flowers and the trees are all popping out now. It's a very pretty time of the year, and the local waterfalls are just running with clean, fresh water. It's a pretty time of the year. So, what I wanted to do is spend a few minutes talking about music. Now, I noticed during the COVID period of 3 years, people were staying away from each other because they were being told that, oh, don't go near other people and stay in your house. And it was a fear tactic thing. And it almost ruined society from where I stand because people were getting nervous about talking to one another and afraid to talk to each other for fear that the virus would jump from their face to the other person's and make them all sick and we'd all die. And we found out now it was mostly a hoax. I've had a serious virus 4 times in my lifetime, and each time I've survived. The doctors give me some medication, and I've survived. Now I have spare medication to deal with. I have a problem with lung congestion from working with asbestos all my life, so I have that to deal with. But I have some spare medication, and I'm all trained up and ready how to use it. So why don't you just back up in your time? Look back to the time when you were a child. And I'm really trying to give a handout for any musician who plays music or sings. And if you think back from the early days, like, and I grew up on a farm, and we had a battery-operated radio with a great big long wire antenna spread between a couple of trees, and the batteries were at that time were probably about $7 or $8. There was two A's, a B, and a C. There were four batteries. And about twice a year, we'd finally scrape enough money to replace the batteries. But in the wintertime, we used to get a really clear signal from Nashville, the Grand Ole Opry. And as a kid, we'd stand around, and we didn't have electric lights. We had an old coal oil lamp, and in the evening, we'd put the stove would be on. We'd keep it warm, and we'd put on the Grand Ole Opry. And we hear Roy Acuff and Loretta Lynn and some of these really good singers from the States, Louvin Brothers. And it was a happy time. So anytime we had the music set on the National Nashville Network, there was a happy time because we could hear all the people singing and the musicians, and it was a great time. Later on, when we went to school, we lived in an area where there were a lot of Aboriginal people there who played. Most of the kids, by the time they're 6, 7, 8 years old, were learning how to play violins and guitars and stuff, and it was very good. And so at school, we had school picnics going, and there was usually a couple of kids there playing and singing, and it was a natural talent for the people in our area. Any of the Aboriginal people there, they could pick the music up real quickly, and I don't know whether it was something to do with their bigging up or their hearing or what, but they picked at the singing and the picking guitar playing up real quickly and violin and fiddle playing. So over the years, as we grew up as children, we eventually got enough money to, my uncle bought me a guitar, and so we'd go down to some people's places after school, and we'd sit there and learn a couple new old songs. And it was a happy time because sometimes the voices of the kids were very good, and we were learning new things all the time, and we were laughing and talking and having a great time. And that continued on as we got older. Then we got into dance bands and learned how to play for dances, and people were out there dancing and having a great time. And it was a good time in our lives. And music was shared between pupils in the schools, and also people at the dances. We had people getting up and playing who had never played with a group before, and standing up and singing a song, and they sang the old Hank Williams song. It was beautiful. It was a great time. And then I remember thinking at the time, it would be so nice to go down to Nashville and hear those guys face to face. So after my wife and I got married, we made a plaque that a plan that we were going to go to Nashville to the Grand Ole Opry. So we did that. In 2007, a couple from Montrose, Billy Thompson and his wife Alice and Barb and I went down, and we went to the two Grand Ole Opry station buildings, the new one and the old one, heard the new entertainers and the old entertainers, went into the clubs and seen all the old pictures on the walls, and heard all the beautiful music in all the dance clubs. And we found out that in the clubs down there, the music was high quality because the people are all trained about controlling the sounds, and they're very talented people. They're really ginned up on how to play. So we had a great time. We went and seen both Grand Ole Opry locations, and we went to Branson, Missouri. Branson had 35 theaters. We went to see Charlie Pride theaters and all plenty of music there. It was a great time. And then we went to the Steel Guitar Convention, and I'm going to play for you a song that got me hooked in 1955 on the steel guitar. So I'm going to play that here for you now. This is a lady by the name of Joan Cox, very talented. That's the
Drinking
song.
warm water before bed balances blood
That's
sugar
the song that
levels
got
and
me hooked
reverses
in 1956 on the steel guitar. And Buddy Emmons and Buddy Charlton came to Dawson Creek and played that. And once I heard it, it just got me hooked. And it's a kind of a thing that builds a fire right in here. It's like a song, and when you hear it, it just gets you emotionally attached. And it's a song that you have to hear again and again and again. I don't know, I just never forgot it over the years. It's a song I heard in 1955, and I learned how to play it, and I'm not quite as good a player as what she is, but I still love the song. And one day when we get together for a jam, I hope we can play it for you, and we can enjoy it together. So I hope you have a great afternoon, have yourself a great evening, and make country music become part of your blood system. Have a good day.